Hey, everybody, and welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah.
You know, when you are getting ready to sell your house.
Yeah.
Like, one of the biggest things people are always wondering is, like, do I really need to renovate this thing before I put it on the market?
Yep.
So today we're going to be looking at some stuff from the Graph Group.
Okay.
And they have a really interesting take on this whole question of, like,
Mm-hmm.
do you really need to, like, sink a ton of money
Right.
into renovations before you even list your house?
Yeah.
So let's jump right in.
Sounds good.
The Graph Group, they're saying that you might not need to do all that.
Interesting.
Like all that work and spend all that money
Interesting.
before you sell.
I mean, it's kind of wild when you think about it, right?
Well,
Like, because we always assume
Yeah.
that buyers want that fully updated,
Yeah.
that move-in
That's
ready,
right.
perfect house.
Yeah.
But these guys, the Graph Group, they're saying,
Yeah.
maybe not so much.
Yeah. And they should know because they've got a network of like over 2,000 buyers
Wow.
that they work with.
That's a lot of buyers.
And a good chunk of those buyers,
Yeah.
they're actually looking for houses with potential.
Huh.
So not necessarily these like totally done up places.
So they're okay with a little bit of a fixer-upper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, to be honest, when I first saw this, I was kind of like,
Yeah.
really, why would anybody
Right.
want a place that needs work
They'll
when
fix
there's
it.
so many, like,
Yeah.
move-in ready places out there?
Well, especially in a market where,
Right.
you know, you've got houses priced under 500,000,
Mm-hmm.
getting multiple offers,
Oh, yeah.
like sometimes 5 or more,
Really?
with interest rates
Yeah.
like above 6%.
That's crazy.
So buyers, they're facing a lot of competition, right?
Right.
And so when you're up against that,
Yeah.
a house that needs a little work,
Mm-hmm.
it can actually be a good way to stand out
Okay.
and maybe even get a better deal.
Because you're not battling it out with 10 other people,
Right.
all trying to get that same, like, perfect house.
I guess that makes sense. It's almost like you know, finding a diamond in the rough.
Yeah.
It's like you get to make it your own.
Right. And you might even get a better price.
Right.
Because of that.
And for some people, that's exciting. You know, the idea of like putting your own
Yeah.
stamp on a place.
Right. Yeah.
They don't want a cookie cutter. They want to
Right.
customize it, make
Yeah.
it their own.
So the Graph Group, are they saying, like, skip renovations altogether?
I don't think they're saying never renovate.
Okay.
It's more about like really understanding what
Okay.
buyers are looking for.
Yeah.
You know, because some people, they do want that
Mhm.
totally move-in
Right.
ready
Mhm.
experience.
Right.
But plenty of buyers are okay with some cosmetic updates or even like minor repairs.
Yeah.
So it's more about like being honest
Okay.
about what you're selling
Yeah.
and highlighting the potential.
Right.
So like don't hide anything major,
Exactly.
but you also don't need to go crazy with upgrades that
Right.
people might not even care about.
Exactly. Yeah. And, those companies that offer those instant cash offers.
yeah.
The Graph Group, they're not big fans
Really?
of those, especially for houses that need work. Because they say a lot of times, those companies, they lowball sellers.
Oh, really?
They take advantage of people who just want to
Yeah.
get rid of the house quickly.
Right.
And in a strong market, like
Yeah.
we're seeing now, where
Yeah.
buyers are more open to homes with some potential,
Right.
you could probably get a much better outcome
Okay.
than taking one of those instant cash offers.
So it sounds like it's really important to like talk to an expert,
Yeah,
get some personalized advice.
absolutely.
The Graph Group, they actually encourage people to call them for a consultation.
That makes sense.
That's
So
what-
maybe a good agent, they can help you figure out
Right.
what's bust in your situation.
Right.
What's the market like right now?
Yeah.
What kind of buyers are out there
Mm.
so you can make a good decision?
So when you're trying to decide like renovate or not,
Mm-hmm.
what are some of the things you should be thinking about?
I think the big thing is, what are your goals?
Okay.
Do you need to sell fast?
Right.
Or can you wait for the right buyer?
Mm-hmm.
What's your budget?
Yeah.
What kind of buyer is going to be interested in your house
Yeah.
and your location?
Okay.
These are all things a good agent can help you figure out.
Wow. You've really got me thinking differently about this whole renovate or not thing.
Yeah.
It's not always about like, you know, creating this perfect house. It's
Yeah.
more about the potential
Exactly.
and finding the right buyer.
Yeah. And remember, every situation's different.
Right.
So talk to an expert. See what your options are.
Okay.
You might be surprised
Right.
by what you can do.
That's great advice. So
Yeah.
before you go spending a ton of money on renovations, do your research. Talk to an expert and see what's possible. You never know what the market might bring. You might find the perfect buyer who's just waiting for a house, just like yours.
Absolutely.
All right, well, thanks for joining us for another deep dive.
Thanks for having me.
We'll see you next time.